Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here. I just have a quick message of love that corresponds with the universal energies to help us to grow and to be our best selves even more as we go through each day. One of the main things that I channeled over time and just recently is just noticing that as you are ascending and leveling up, there are going to be others around you at a certain level where you're no longer resonating with that level that are going to fall away. And as they're falling away, things may happen. They may take actions that, how do I say this? Aren't very nice or don't feel very good as far as vibration. And so that's where it's more about individual self acting instead of reacting. And that being the main message in the channel that I was picking up on. Right before the month of March began, I did get a channel. Tupac comes through very strong for me, and he's very motivational. And the song Keep Your Head Up is a very motivational song that's been coming on quite a bit. And I feel that's kind of a message speaking to the feminines, where feminines may be going through, I feel it's for everyone, especially males who resonate more with feminine energy. But feminines are going through a particular phase within oneself, coming into greater strength and being able to stand up for themselves, where I feel in the past that has kind of been missing. And so with the current energies that are strong right now, I would say Saturn, where Saturn is the planet that is about discipline and has to do with, it controls the areas of family and wealth and death and home. And it forces us to face our soul's inner truth, where also the sun is coming into play here too, where we have these two backings, I feel, with Saturn being the ruler of Capricorn and Aquarius, and then sun being the ruler of Leo being about that courageous fire within, knowing the fire within oneself and feeling that fire and really embracing that fire. And also too, the sun energy brings about status and success and has a lot to do with our dignity, and that being tied to integrity. Also with Saturn energy there too. So I feel that the backing of the universe with the Saturn energy and the sun energy being very strong is that for us to stay in our integrity, and as we continue to move forward, one of the key components I feel right now has everything to do with our North Node, or Rahu. Rahu being about being the head of a snake, where K2 or South Node is the tail of that snake or serpent. I highly encourage that you do your research if you don't know what your North Node is, but do look into that. And I would say follow that guidance and where you're being led. Trust your intuition, because not everything out there is foolproof. And I would just say go with the feeling of what it is that you're finding and trust your guidance. The channeling that I got with Tupac and Keep Your Head Up, I did write this. It came to me as soon as I woke up, first thing in the morning. And I do believe it was February 26th or 7th, somewhere around there, of 2022. And so I wrote, see the blessings beyond the chaos. What looks chaotic is designed to be a blessing to help you in so many ways. It may take some time, but continue to believe, have faith, and trust in the universe that will never let you down. And you'll find the light. And so I've had a few situations over time where as I'm moving forward and ascending, things are no longer resonating for me and people are no longer resonating with me, and situations have to fall away. So as they're falling away, those individuals or situations may have an energy of wanting to still maintain and hold on to keep you in that same level, where I feel this is tying to that Rahu and that North Node energy, knowing one's inner truth, Saturn and Sun backing you to help you to get even more of this clarity about who it is that you truly are and your soul's purpose here on this earth. That being having to do also with Rahu and your North Node energy. Now in tropical, I do have my North Node in Leo, and then in sidereal, I do have my Rahu is in Cancer. And so over time, I'd say since I've been studying my chart over the last few years, this has been one of the significant parts of my chart that I have been focusing on, where Cancer is about that energy of nurturance and loving and protecting when it comes to matters of the home and matters of the heart. Having unconditional love, also being able to use those pinchers and have boundaries and stand my ground. With the Leo energy, I feel that ties with that there, the polarity of Leo being Aquarius, but that Leo energy, I feel a lot of my karmic cycles have had to do with bullying. And so I feel with me having that knowing about my true self and my purpose and the power that I am able to tap into, that Leo energy coming through, where I know I have the support, and I know that if I continue to be myself and live in my truth, that integrity coming through, that I will be seen through by the universe and the backing, and it's come to fruition and it's turned to be true. But as I'm leveling up, again, what no longer resonates may present itself in a way, that chaos energy, where it's not necessarily chaos, but it's almost like a friction where the breaking apart needs to happen in order for the ascension to continue on. And this is going to happen for those that are still trying to hang on to there, where that would be considered enabling. And with the action of you no longer enabling, that release there is helping them to awaken, or the situation to have clarity, so that everyone has an understanding of why these situations happen the way that they do. And so also what I wanted to say about those who may still try to hold on, the importance of acting instead of reacting, where in the past one may have been more prone to reacting, and that being a part of a cycle where you react and then the other person reacts, and then it continues and it goes nowhere as it calms down, because it's tiring. But then it's stagnant and it kind of just remains, and then it starts up again. So the whole idea is to get off of this hamster wheel and to release that enabling, to come into your power, to know one's true self, and to utilize this energy not only to help yourself, but to help others to elevate as well. Another thing I wanted to mention is that with those situations that where people may do things or trigger you in a certain way, and the importance of acting instead of reacting, see the good in all and know that hurt people, and that what we put out there is exactly what we're going to get back. So be mindful of this. I would say the importance of meditation is very vital. And I feel that I did mention meditation to someone recently who doesn't really meditate, and the first thing that they thought was that they had to sit there for a long time and be quiet. And that's not necessarily what it is. It's taking downtime to be able to clear your space, clear your mind, and take deep breaths. And it could be for 2 minutes, it could be for 5 minutes, it could be for an hour, whatever needs to take place in order for some kind of leveling out, grounding, and balancing. Staying grounded, standing your ground is being one of the things I wanted to say here too, with those attachments, still trying to hold on. Standing your ground and having those boundaries and making sure that you put yourself first. With that action, instead of reacting, you're taking the action to stand your ground and to hold true to yourself and your true power, and putting that energy into yourself, which is then going to help, again, yourself and then others. Whereas that reacting is putting and exerting energy into something that is feeding something that's not going to thrive. There's no growth because it's on a wheel. Where you taking that action energy instead of reacting and putting that nourishment into yourself, and that growth and that clarity and that sunlight coming through to help you to grow and to be your best self. So I hope that this message was helpful. I would say overall, the main thing is to take good care of yourself. Be also mindful of what it is that you put into your body. As above, so is below. What you put in is what you get out. I feel this also applies to with our vessels and how we nourish it. So staying hydrated, putting good foods into your body. I do a lot of fasting, and then I treat myself with some nice meals. And then if I do treat myself even further than that, then I make sure I have balance within what it is that I'm taking in, and just being real mindful of that. I've stayed away from a lot of preservatives and additives. With the ascension that I've gone through, I've noticed that anything that I do try to eat that is no longer good for me, where it does have things in it, like food colorings or additives or preservatives, I will be shown like instantly right away. And so that's another way that you can know where your body is crystallizing and you are leveling up and moving towards higher levels of ascension and spirituality. So I just thank you all for being here again, and I hope that these messages were helpful for you. I wish you all the very best, and I hope that you're all doing well as we continue to move forward. It's movement into spring, and it's a beautiful season. It's getting warm again for those of us in the Midwest, and the flowers are blooming, the sun is shining, the birds are singing, and it's a wonderful time to come into. So I hope that you're all enjoying the wonderful, wonderful atmosphere that you have around you, the blessings that are there for us to take hold of every single day, and doing what's best for you. So again, I send you all my love. Take great care. Peace.